This is part 2 on why Yahuwah chose his people Israel. Now, in the last couple of days, we have seen the previous President Obama coming out and scolding, berating, confronting the black men for not voting for Kamala Harris. But he's not us. He's not part of our tribe. So I'm not surprised that he is coming out. But I am surprised that the people of Yahuwah, the Israelites, are speaking up against him. They are seeing that he is not for us, and he's never been for us. He's always been for that Gentile nation. He has a Gentile mother and he has a Gentile father. I don't care if he came from Kenya. They are the descendants of Ham. So they're another nation. They're not part of our tribe. Yahuwah told us clearly that we had to be separate from any other nation. In Deuteronomy 23:6, it says Yahuwah is telling Israel that they are to keep themselves so separate that they are not to even make peace treaties with the other nations. You shall not seek their peace. He's telling you that even President Trump and even VP Kamala, aka Indian, Asian, black woman, you're not even supposed to be endorsing or voting for. Especially the agendas that she has that has nothing to do with biblical views. Yahuwah is clear. We are not supposed to worship in idolatry and other cultures as the other nations have already done. But you see, he has not just limited just us. He's limited any nation that wants to follow the true Messiah, which is Yahushua. So what set Israel apart from other nations? It was the steward of Yahuwah's truth. A part of his blessings, Yahuwah gave Israel a gift. They were entrusted with the very words of Yahuwah in Romans 3:2. The psalmist wrote, Yahuwah has revealed his word to Jacob, his laws and decrees to Israel. He has done this for no other nation. That's in Psalms 147:19-20. So why did Yahuwah choose Israel and not another nation? Now I'm going to tell you right out of the mouth of the Ashkenazi Jew, Ezekiel Kaufman. He said that we were chosen as in Isaiah, and Jeremiah viewed Yahuwah's loving choice of Israel as a means to teaching only one true God, combating idolatry, curbing human arrogance, ending violence, lust, greed, extreme warfare, and ushering in the New Jerusalem. We were supposed to set the standard. We were supposed to rule and reign, and Yahuwah was supposed to be our one true God. And other nations were to follow. And the only way they could follow him, they had to follow our customs. They had to do everything that we celebrated, the feast of festivals. They had to be circumcised. They had to follow everything that Israel did. But the only difference was that we were going to be ruling and reigning over them, and Yahuwah was going to be their king. That's the vast difference. But as you can see, identity has been stolen. Identity has been stolen by a people that claim to be us. The people that are in Israel right now. In Luke, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And that is in Luke 21:24. So no tribe of Judah should not even be in Jerusalem right now. The interesting part about it that most people don't even know, Benjamin Netanyahu is not really his real name. His real name is Benjamin Balaski. He's the current Prime Minister of Israel, and he was born on October 21st, 1949. And you wonder, why was his name changed? Well, it was common practice for Zionist immigrants at the time to adopt a Hebrew name. His father, Nathan Mikowski, began signing some of the articles he wrote Netanyahu, the Hebrew version of his first name, and his son adopted this as his family name. He also used the pen name Nateh. According to the Times of Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu revealed that his Eastern Europe Ashkenazi Jews actually goes back to the Sephardic Khazarian area. Now, he even goes back to say that he knows that he's an Ashkenazi Jew, that his whole DNA came from Lithuanian, and that he had Romanian and even Poland genealogy. So how can he be the descendant of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and any of those people? We know that a lot of the people there, even when I was there visiting, they come from Turkey, they come from Romania, they come from Khazaria, they come from Lithuanian, they come from all those Eastern Europe countries. So how can they be from our descendants of Yahushua out of the line of Judah? And how can they say they're Judah when they didn't come from that lineage? That's why they call themselves Jewish. In Psalms 83, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They not only want to destroy Israel, but they also wanted to remove it from everyone's memory. That's the reason why we did not know who we were. That's why when we were scattered in 4 corners of the earth. We did not know we were Yahuwah's chosen people. So as time went on, we forgot about ourselves as well as our ancestors. And Israel stopped being a people when they went and rejected Yahuwah and turned to idolatry. And they were exiled for 70 years. So that's when they stopped knowing really who they were. Now that we're seeing the awakening of who we are, Yahuwah is showing the people and exposing who the true Judah and Israel is. They're going to recognize in this time as he's passing judgment on this nation. Yes, I'm going to say it. He's passing judgment on this nation because of the innocent blood that was shed on his people. How we were tormented, how we were unalived, how our families were torn apart, how everything happened to his women, his men, his children, and how it's continued to go on by these Gentile nations. You think a hurricane is the last that you're going to see? You think just seeing flooding is the last you're going to see? You think just fires is going to be what you're just going to see? Well, let me tell you something. We're going to go next into the book of Revelation, because I got to tell you what Yahushua says, what he's going to do with these nations that have tried to destroy and remove this people. But I do have a warning to us as a people. Yahuwah says that we need to start rejecting him and turn from our sins, turn from idolatry, turn from idolizing these celebrities, turn from idolizing the things that's keeping us from Yahuwah's presence. If we don't turn, and I'm talking about the people that have not turned, and I'm talking to Israel and Judah, if you have not turned, you keep rejecting Yahuwah, you're going to perish with the rest of the other nations. He's not going to show you no mercy, because he tried to warn you. He brought Yahushua. He's waking us all up. You have no excuse not to know who you are now. Even the Gentiles are telling you who you are. So either you're going to walk in darkness and keep rejecting Yahuwah, and you're going to perish with the remaining of these nations. This is a warning. You better heed to it. Right?